You're watching the 49ers Report live on day one, night one of the 2021 NFL Draft. Chase Senior and Thomas Mott here with you, and we are about to break down the 49ers selection of Trey Lance at pick number 3 in the NFL Draft. But first, let's get to our sponsor here. The 49ers Report is brought to you by our friends at Manscaped, the official men's grooming product sponsor of the 49ers Report, as well as the San Francisco 49ers football team, and now Trey Lance. So go to manscaped.com/49ers. You get 20% off plus free shipping on all of the best male grooming products, and be sure to enter the promo code 49ers so you get some of the best deals out there on the best male grooming products, the same products that Thomas Mott and Chase Senior use, but also all of the players on the San Francisco 49ers. 49ers fans, join in, hop on board, join the show, get into the comments. We want your one-word reaction to Trey Lance going to San Francisco at number 3. For me, I wasn't surprised by it. I think it's the right pick. So for me, I'm typing correct. Thomas, what are you going with?
I go with shock because, again, I mean, for months we talked about Trey Lance being a possibility. I didn't think it was going to happen. I had fully bought into the Mac Jones pie, and now I'm stuck with believing in Trey Lance. And I said before, we trust Kyle Shanahan, but this is still, to me, a shocking pick to take him over both Justin Fields and Mac Jones, and that's the excitement of the NFL Draft.
49ers fans chiming in the comment section. Shocked. Absolutely. Minecraft Madness thinks it's horrible. Antoine saying, wow. Tristan McDaniel saying, let's go. Rob's Random Records going with revolutionary. Spartan King saying, let's go. Let's continue to further break down Trey Lance going to the 49ers at pick number 3. So at the end of the day, Kyle Shanahan, John Lynch elect to go with the quarterback with boatloads of upside. So much potential instead of the quarterback who might have been the most week 1 ready prospect in Mac Jones. They go with Trey Lance, who is a little bit raw, might need some grooming, but if you get the pick right, in my opinion, could take over the league and develop at a rate like Patrick Mahomes because of the arm and athletic talent, like Josh Allen and the jump that he made from Wyoming to this past year where he was in the MVP conversation. And I absolutely love the selection of Trey Lance because I think he unlocks a different element of this 49ers offense that we have not seen in Kyle Shanahan's offense in previous years, because he has never had a starting quarterback with the 49ers who poses a dual threat, running the football as well as passing the football like Trey Lance. And you look at his numbers from 2019, because of the coronavirus, North Dakota State had only played 1 game in 2020. The numbers were stupid 2 years ago. The completion percentage, nearly 67%. He almost threw for 3,000 yards. And the big numbers right there, 28 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Thomas, I know that you were leaning toward Mac Jones being the guy, and you might have wanted the 49ers to go in that direction, but what you can't deny is the upside here with Trey Lance. And as we continue to bask and let this marinate, what do you think about this pick at number 3 for San Francisco?
The immediate thought process here is he's a more mobile Big Ben Roethlisberger. The size and the frame are very, very similar, and the play style is there with just an upside in terms of mobility, right? Big Ben, of course, a pocket passer, but he moves well inside the pocket. Trey Lance does all the things that Big Ben does, or at least did before Big Ben got super old, but he does it to the next level from a mobility standpoint. You talked about unlocking the Kyle Shanahan offense. I see it as continuing to run the exact same offense, just with the option to now have the quarterback roll out of the pocket and create with his legs. Something Jimmy Garoppolo never really did. Had a lot of injuries, and of course, Mullins and Beathard didn't do that either. And so now you come in with already an absolute genius of an offensive coordinator and head coach in Kyle Shanahan. You have a ton of weapons on the outside. You have one of the best running games, a 3-headed monster behind you. You have an offensive line that's good, not great. I'd say probably top 12, top 15 in the National Football League. And the thought process is here, if you can get a quarterback who gives you 90% of what Jimmy Garoppolo did from a throwing standpoint and make up the other 10% from a running standpoint, and he protected the football way better at North Dakota State than Garoppolo ever did in his career, you will get, like you said, the unlocked Kyle Shanahan offense, and that probably means a playoff berth, especially in what's going to be a tough division, the NFC West.
The 49ers Report and this pick of Trey Lance is brought to you by our great partner at Manscaped. So go to manscaped.com/49ers, enter the promo code 49ers, and you get 20% off plus free shipping on some of the best male grooming products out there. Who knows? The 49ers went with a quarterback at number 3. Maybe they go defensive back in round 2, and you already know that defensive back products and prospects, they need to hone in on their ball skills. And for the 49ers fans out there, you need to hone in on your ball skills as well. And you can do that with our friends at Manscaped. They have some of the best male grooming products out there. The Lawnmower 3.0. If it's getting hairy down there and if it's getting scary for your lady, you take the Lawnmower 3.0, you trim yourself up, you look clean, you look great, and hey, maybe you look even bigger for your girlfriend out there. Also, the cleanser, the ball deodorant, the ball wipes, all of these products Thomas and I use on a daily basis, and you know who's happy about it? Our girlfriends. So head to manscaped.com/49ers, enter the promo code 49ers, and you get 20% off plus free shipping. And this is what the products are right here. The Lawnmower 3.0, I use this on a near weekly basis because I'm not the hairiest dude, but when it comes back, I need to take care of it with the Lawnmower 3.0. The boxer briefs are in the perfect package as well. I'm a big runner. I'm trying to run between 800 and 1,000 miles this year. I wear these boxer briefs, and my balls don't juggle around a little bit. And then the travel bag, another fantastic product in this package, as well as the ball deodorant and the ball toner. So once again, go to manscaped.com/49ers, enter the promo code 49ers. You get 20% off plus free shipping. Thomas and I are going to put this link in the description as well as the comments, and you can get this great deal today. So the 49ers go with Trey Lance and elect not to go with Justin Fields and Mac Jones. And my gosh, Thomas, it had to have been a very exhausting and tough decision for Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch, because I think each of these prospects have a lot of potential. And you look across the board, there's one common theme that the 49ers had zoned in on. That's accuracy, that's decision making. And Justin Fields, Mac Jones, Trey Lance possess all of those qualities. And you can see that's evident by the completion percentage. Justin Fields completed more than 70% of his passes last year. Mac Jones completed 77% of his passes. I don't care if he's throwing to multiple first-round picks. You have to still complete your passes, and that's what Mac Jones did last year en route to a national championship. But what we're focusing on here is the future quarterback of the 49ers, and that is Trey Lance. And this is why I like him as a prospect. And Thomas, I want you to bounce off me once I'm done running through my scouting profile for the former North Dakota State quarterback who's now going to be rocking a 49ers jersey in the future. I love his size, speed, and arm. I think that they're all freakish qualities, and I think those are going to translate immediately in the NFL. And something that we've been talking about, Thomas, his dual threat ability is going to completely unlock Kyle Shanahan's offense and give defenses something else to think about. Whereas when they had Jimmy Garoppolo under center, they really only had to worry about him throwing the ball because they didn't have to worry about him keeping it on RPOs. Here's a underrated aspect of Trey Lance's game, though. He took a lot of snaps under center with North Dakota State. In fact, he took the most snaps under center of all 2021 NFL quarterback draft prospects out there, and had control of North Dakota State's offense at the line of scrimmage, meaning he could change the play at the line of scrimmage. He could audible and totally control the line of scrimmage in a way that the greats do, like Tom Brady and like Peyton Manning. And for me, the comp here is Josh Allen. Josh Allen coming out of Wyoming, like Trey Lance, was very raw. While Josh Allen played right away, I'm not sure that Trey Lance is going to. And if they have to sit him behind Jimmy Garoppolo on this win-now roster, I think that bodes well for the 49ers moving forward. But what you saw with Josh Allen, Thomas, is that at Wyoming, he completed around 55% of his passes. And last year, he upped that to nearly 80%. And that is the beauty of having a culture that is sound, and the 49ers have that with John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan. That's the product of having great coaching around you, which the 49ers have with Kyle Shanahan, and a team that is ready to win right now. The 49ers have that as well. So I'm interested to see if they elect to play Trey Lance right away, or if they redshirt him like the Kansas City Chiefs did with Patrick Mahomes, sit him behind Alex Smith and have Trey Lance sit behind Jimmy Garoppolo, and then just totally unleash him when he's ready. That's my take on Trey Lance. Thomas, give me yours.
I want to go back to what you said about the culture thing, and I think you see all the talking heads on ESPN and all the national networks. They try to figure out what does it take to be a great quarterback in the National Football League? Why are some rookies successful and some rookies aren't? I think you mentioned it. It's where you go, right? Is Zach Wilson going to have the best shot to be successful in the New York Jets organization? I don't think so in terms of the overall comparison to San Francisco. You put Josh Allen in with Brian Dable up there in Buffalo, and it popped. And that's the hope here with Trey Lance and Kyle Shanahan. I make the argument that any three of these quarterbacks would have been successful in the Kyle Shanahan offense. He's just been that good at scheming guys open. And I think going back to what you said about Garoppolo is accurate too. This, to me, screams we'll start Garoppolo week 1. We'll play Garoppolo until he gets hurt or he throws too many interceptions, and then hope that by that time, whether it's week 2 or week 12 or week 13 or week 1 of 2022, then Trey Lance will go ahead and be ready. Because for as great as Kyle Shanahan is as a schemer, I've heard from literally every quarterback, including Matt Ryan and Kirk Cousins and Jimmy Garoppolo, that it takes time to learn his system. Unless Garoppolo gets traded in the next couple of days, which is still a very real possibility. Day 2 is definitely up there. New England sits at 15. Who knows? I think Garoppolo will be the starter week 1. They will try and get Trey Lance ready as quickly as possible because he is the future. But it will be a matter of time until Trey Lance gets into the starting spot and not an instant guarantee like you would have expected for maybe a Mac Jones.
For the 49ers fans watching right now, this is why you subscribe to the 49ers Report, because we are live right now reacting to Trey Lance going to the 49ers at pick number 3. And don't worry, we are not done here, because once the first round is over, we're going to push out our draft grades for the 49ers. We're going to break down every single pick that they make in the 2021 NFL Draft. We're going to bring you the latest news and rumors around this team over the next 3 days, and bring you weekly videos in the days and weeks after the NFL Draft. So support Thomas and I, support Chat Sports, support the 49ers Report by subscribing right now. And how do you do that? You hit that big red button down below, or you go to youtube.com/49erstv and you subscribe to the channel, because we're hitting you with the best hard-hitting analysis, but we also like to have fun here at Chat Sports as well. Nobody out there is doing what we do here at Chat Sports, and as I'm looking at the screen right now, I see all of the 49ers fans reacting live to the 49ers going with Trey Lance at pick number 3. Shocking to some. I wasn't buying into the Mac Jones hype. Not necessarily shocking for me, but as we look ahead, the 49ers have their quarterback. They pick early in the second round, so I'm curious to see who the 49ers think who are going to go with at pick number 2, but also who 49ers fans want the 49ers to select with pick number 2 in the second round of the NFL Draft. Thomas, you've been breaking down this team for weeks, months, years. Give me some names who you're looking at as potential targets for the 49ers in round 2.
Well, listen, cornerback makes a lot of sense right now for the 49ers. Look at a guy like Asante Samuel Jr. Will he be there out of Florida State? The early part of round 2, probably not. He's starting to go back in the well, and there's a couple of cornerbacks in the SEC that you can look at there. I wouldn't wipe out a wide receiver here, because the wide receiver class this year is way better than people predicted this time last year, and there are a ton of options in round 2. Terrace Marshall, the wide receiver out of LSU, he's 6'4", one of the biggest receivers in this draft. The Niners already have 2 receivers they feel really good about. Very unsure about what Jalen Hurd out of Baylor is going to give them in year 3, technically year 1, because he's been hurt so darn much. And also throw out defensive end. I think defensive end is still a need on this football team. They're not trading Nick Bosa for Aaron Rodgers. We understand that. But opposite of Nick Bosa, and Nick Bosa coming off an injury is still a little bit concerning, and there are some good pass rushers. I think Jalen Phillips out of Miami, maybe Gregory Rousseau out of Miami as well, maybe Carlos Basham out of Wake Forest. Those guys are going to be there more than likely in round 2. And so you look at corner, you look at wide receiver, and now you go ahead and go for pass rusher, all big options tomorrow night.
Yeah, I'm looking at Asante Samuel. I'm looking at guys like Eric Stokes, cornerback out of Georgia, Asante Samuel out of Florida State. Maybe they go offensive line too if a great center or guard drops. But let us know in the comments who you want the 49ers to pick in round 2 of the 2021 NFL Draft.